Yes, say what you say. I can ground pound all day, especially with a pretty face, small waist. I'd rather stand here, share your space with you. Collar tie, Muay Thai, I wanna lie with you. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm the truth. Get my full mount, side mount, what do? I wanna take you, controlled by the wrist. We can go rounds 3, 4, 5, 6 in the clinch. Yeah, we in the clinch, baby. Best believe me, we in the clinch. You and I, we in the clinch, baby. Say what you say.
Oops, up off that. Yeah, yes, up off. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. Who do we have up in here? Tiz, what's going on with you? Salate. What's going on with you? Oops. All right, man. Look, first, I want to say this. Hit the Tyson bell. Let me get my black two sugars. Did you guys have a great Halloween? I hope you did. ShowBizz the child, wonderful. I mean, tear-jerking cuteness. Halloween. I was very proud of him going up to all the monsters and all the things. He thought he was a monster himself. He was Pennywise, if you don't know. So he was walking around. Look, monsters amongst monsters aren't scared. Woke up this morning and he told me Merry Christmas. So just skip through. He's just like me, just Thanksgiving. Hey, whatever. Let's get to Christmas ASAP. How many of you guys were like that? Hold on, let me get ShowBizz. I love you, man. You're perfection. Thank you so much, brother. You are too. And that's the black two sugars. Monster Inc. Yeah, Monster Inc. 100%. You got that right. Yes, brilliant Halloween. With my world, man, I love it. With my world, I love it. How was it yesterday, Biz? It was magnificent. Actually, my son, I'm gonna see if I can start a YouTube channel for him, just kind of like documenting his life or whatever. Everybody, you can come over. I'll let you guys know when I get that started. And I invite you guys over there if you want to. It may be even bigger than ShowBizz, the adult. Let me see. No more room without me. Hit the Tyson bell. All right, man, look. Let's get started. And did I say what day it was? Man, what day it is? It's Monday. Boy. And wait a minute. Who that? Who that say gonna beat them Saints? You see them Saints yesterday? You see that defense? We something to be reckoned with. We can't beat the Rams or nothing like that. It's going to be fun to watch us this year. That's all. We ain't beating the Rams. Let me see. What's up, Biz? Good morning, brother. What's going on with you? All right, let's get started. Who that? I see my Saints fan over here. Who that? And hey, look, Monday night we're gonna do our Monday Night Football thing. Don't forget, go over to my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Let's get to the bag. Join them. Shut up, club for Monday night. I told you guys, I get to the bag. Now I got to the bag yesterday with who that. Not only with boxing, I make sure, but I make the smart ones here. Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury may just be a dumb one. I will talk about all that stuff. Let's talk now. We got about 200 people in here. Let's talk now. Oh, and thank you guys for the successful live stream that we had over the weekend. Boots, Ennis, all those fights weren't major fights, and you guys made it major. Hey, let me give the Tyson bell to you guys. I got DMs and emails from important people saying the numbers you were able to put up for just talking about the fight is a huge success, and it's really you guys. So thank you guys so much. All right, man, look. Tank by KO. Let me ask you guys this, all right? Will Tank duck this fight? And here's my thing. Or, because you guys know I'm unbiased, and you know I love Tank Davis to death, okay? But you know I've had Devin the Dream Haney on the show, and you know I'm a huge fan of his father. Well, when it comes to fathers, I'm usually seeing eye to eye. Brian Norman Sr., like all you boys, Sean, Kenny Porter, all you boys. Okay, I'm usually right there with you. I get it. So Bill, shout out to you. But I'm going to put it this way: will Gervonta Tank Davis duck this smoke, or is Devin the Dream Haney capping? Is he capping? Let me play the footage. Let me play you duck goose. Okay, but let me play the footage. All right. And I know people are gonna hate this. Fighters, the industry gonna hate what I may have to say about this, or this community may just have to say about this, but we got to keep it 100. Now, here, let me play this footage for you real quick.
Situation, but I spoke to Devin Haney and I said, are you happy for me to put your name in the mix? And he said, yeah, because at the moment, No Go Diaz has not signed his contract after being offered more to fight Devin Haney than he was getting to fight Ryan Garcia. So we'll have to see what happens.
Is that the Black Two Sugars? Eddie Hearn representing Devin Haney. He asked Devin Haney, do you want me to put your name in the mix? He said, yeah. Because No Go Diaz, meaning JoJo Diaz, dragging his feet, he doesn't want that smoke. Let me play it for you one more again so we can hear it all the way through so we can talk about it. Here we go.
Situation, but I spoke to Devin Haney and I said, are you happy for me to put your name in the mix? And he said, yeah, because at the moment, No Go Diaz has not signed his contract after being offered more to fight Devin Haney than he was getting to fight Ryan Garcia. So we'll have to see what happens.
Now, that's the Black Two Sugars. We got a lot to talk about. And shout out to Boxing Social for getting that interview and getting all that out. There were a few things happening in that interview. We'll just talk about it. We don't have to play all those things. So, look, Devin Haney said he will take it over JoJo. Not exactly. Listen. He didn't say he would take it over JoJo. See, that's what we got to hear. We got to make sure we are critiquing this right. JoJo Diaz is the fight they prefer, okay? But JoJo Diaz is dragging his feet. He said he wanted more money. He wanted them to match the Ryan Garcia money. Devin the Dream Haney, they offered him more money than Ryan Garcia. He's still not signing. So they changed his name from JoJo Diaz to No Go Diaz, which is not only a shock for me, but disappointing. I know the names don't want that smoke. JoJo Diaz isn't that much of a name, and he doesn't want that smoke. So everybody ducks Devin Haney from the little guys all the way to the big names. Now, that's a problem, okay? So they prefer JoJo, all right? But Devin the Dream Haney said, let me get that smoke with Gervonta Tank Davis. Throw my name in the hat. Let's make that fight happen. Why? Because we know Rolly Romero, that fight is canceled. Tank Davis and Rolly Romero is not fighting due to legal issues with Rolly Romero that we don't need to discuss. It's a wrap. It's not boxing at that point anymore. So let's move forward. Gervonta Tank Davis is available for what date? December 5th. What date was Devin the Dream Haney versus JoJo Diaz? What date that was going to be? You guys know? Content 100. Yeah. Do you guys know? What date? Sante, hit me up. What date? JoJo Diaz versus Devin the Dream Haney. You guys remember what date that was? You guys remember what date that was? JoJo, a bigger name than Devin the Dream. Not exactly. The 4th. So if you're prepared, Devin Haney, to fight the 4th, you know you're prepared to fight the 5th. You're prepared to fight the 5th. So Devin Haney said, throw my name in the hat. I'm ready for the 4th. You know, Tank Davis, you got to fight on the 5th anyway. You want to know why? Because they got a spot open pay-per-view. Who are they going to fill that Rolly void? With who? Isaac Cruz? Nobody paying no pay-per-view money for that. I am sorry. I probably will because I support boxing no matter what. But y'all ain't trying to. Y'all be listening to me. Y'all not going to pay $80 for Cruz versus Gervonta Tank Davis. And that's the Black Two Sugars all day long. All day long. So Gervonta Tank Davis, they're in a pickle. They got that date and they got pay-per-view showtime. James West, you hear me? Loma available? No, Loma's not available. Loma is fighting Richard Comey December 11th. So Devin the Dream Haney and Tank Davis, that's pay-per-view. That's pay-per-view. My man said I'll pay $20 tops. And that's if your gas is already full. You're not going to take gas out your tank for it. Okay? Loma don't sell tickets, though. Loma and Teofimo, they sold some good. No, Loma gets to the bag. He gets to the bag. But a lot of Loma fights, they don't go for pay-per-view. they just get break streaming records and stuff like that. I love what Loma's doing. I don't care. And let me do this. Let me do this real quick, y'all, in the war room. Let me do this real quick in the war room. Who gives a damn who sells more tickets? I'm not ready to count whose money. Loma sells more tickets. Tank sells more. That has nothing to do with me. I ain't getting none of that money. It doesn't matter to me. I'm talking about fights that we can watch. I'm not talking about who make more money. I'm talking about fights we can watch. How much money they got in their bank account does nothing for me unless you're their woman. How many of you got? Are you their woman? Why do you give a damn? You their woman? Okay? If you are, with all that money talk, I got a new one for y'all. Hit them with it.
Get your shit, and get out.
Get your shit. If y'all want to talk that money talk, who makes more money around here?
Get your shit, and get out.
There's the door. There's the door. We're talking about what we can win. And we can win watching a good fight. Hey, wait to exhale. Wait to exhale messed it up for the brothers, didn't it? Wait to exhale really messed it up for the bros, didn't it? That movie there made us all look bad, didn't it? Here we go. Hope these lightweights are not going to talk about each other into their 30s. They will. Before they finally fight each other. Loma and Tio are the only two that have 100%. Rich Comey, Nakatani. Okay, so look. Let me tell you. Let me run it by you. But you're talking about the Furious Five, okay? I get you. I'm sorry for bringing up other people. Lomachenko, Tio is what you meant. And absolutely, you're absolutely right. Now, let me do this. Let me do this. You want to know why you guys are like Tank Spot the Duck or Devin Haney is Cap? We can go a little bit further, okay? But hold on. You can spot me in the city building lobby with a sawed-off shotty screaming, dropping it's a robbery. Woo! That song meant so much, King Juice. That song meant so much. I was trying to rob them for opportunity. They were dropping up. I'll break that song down for you one day. We'll do like a live stream of some music or something like that, Black Business music or something like that one day. But so listen, you want to know why you guys are like either Tank Davis is ducking or Devin the Dream Haney is Cat? Because fighters just don't fight each other today. That's all. Now, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Any network that's watching the community right now, any promoter, any of you fighters that's watching the community right now, I apologize. You got a brand. You guys got money to make. The business of boxing is how I get my bread. So it's counterintuitive. It doesn't help me to shit on boxing. Okay? Hit the Tyson bell. I'm going to keep it real. I've been extremely positive for the sport of boxing, trying to make it the number one sport in the world. But I do got to keep it real with y'all because y'all deserve it. The reason why you guys are looking at Tank Davis as he's going to either duck or Kevin or Devin Haney is capping because they just don't fight each other. Fighters just don't fight each other. Y'all not going to believe that we're going to see Tank Davis versus Devin the Dream Haney. Never. It's a dream. Never. Let me see what you guys say. Don't always money doesn't always equal skills, music, boxing. Right, 100%. 100%. Huh? Let's keep it real. True, it's a dream. Let's keep it real. The reason why y'all don't believe this is because Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin the Dream Haney won't fight each other. That sounds too much like right. That sounds too much like right. Let me see what you got to say. If Gervonta accepts, do you think they will push the fight back to promote the fight? Oh, no, and make it bigger? No, it's now. It would be now to start promoting it. It's perfect timing. If they were to accept it and doing that, it would be perfect. Okay, but if they want to push it out, okay, fine. But as long as they accept it, I don't care if it's December 5th. Okay, but they gotta make that date. I'm gonna tell you this. If Gervonta Tank Davis goes quiet and not say anything, it's a duck. After Devin Haney saying he wants Tank Davis, and Eddie Hearn is like, hey, you want to put your name in the mix? Because let's start negotiating with Tank Davis. And Tank Davis says nothing. It's a duck. Now, Tank Davis is probably advised to say nothing because I don't think these fighters are afraid of each other. So he's probably advised to say nothing. But if he says nothing, it's a duck. But let me tell you how shabby the duck is, okay? I'm not sure if they even mean it. I'm not sure if Eddie Hearn even means it. He's going to throw Gervonta Tank Davis' name out there, but I'm not sure if they even mean it. That's how funny the duck is. I'm not sure if they even mean it. It could be a negotiation tactic to tell JoJo Diaz, tell his team, hey, look, we don't need you. We're going to move on to Tank Davis. You're not going to sign the fight. Y'all trying to make it tough. You know, it could be a negotiation tactic. Y'all want to make it tough? We don't need you. We got a way better substitute in Tank Davis. See, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't even necessarily have to be up to Gervonta. Gervonta could say, let me get that smoke now. I've seen Gervonta do it. Ryan Garcia called out Gervonta Tank Davis from here to the end of the world. And what did Gervonta Tank Davis do? He answered. And then he hollered at Ryan Garcia on hot boxing with Mike Tyson. He answered. He responded. I'm right here. What's up? Nothing happened. So Devin Haney, I love Devin Haney, Bill Haney, Eddie Hearn. I love all you. I love you like a play cousin. But what I'm saying is, if Gervonta pulls a Ryan Garcia, what he did with Ryan Garcia, and say, let's get the smoke. He even responded to Regis Prograis before. If Tank Davis says, fine, Devin Haney, let's get to the bag, they may not say anything because they may not even mean it. And that's the black two sugars. They may not even mean it. Don't bring up Gary Russell with me, bro. I ain't seen him fight. You might as well bring up Roberto Duran right now. Hey, you saw Roberto Duran call out Sugar Ray Leonard. Now you might as well do that. I ain't seen Gary Russell fighting. Don't bring him up. Don't bring him up. Hey, look, right now, if you bring up Gary Russell, dog, right now, hit him with it.
Get your shit, and get out!
And here's the thing. I haven't asked you guys to hit the like.
Hit the like. Your fingers over here be like, there's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like.
Ooh. And how many of you guys want to know who the girl with the colorful eyes or colorless eyes? I don't know what color her eyes are, but the one that was like, how many of you guys want to know who she is? I'll do a video on her if you guys want to know. I have a few of you guys requesting that. Russell's, bro, I'm just not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. Before we finish Devin Haney, Gervonta Tank Davis talk, we already at like 20 minutes. Let me cover a few things real quick, and then I will make it back, and then we'll start talking, okay? I got to cover a few things, though, because I mess around and yap my mouth and then don't get to the Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte is going to be, for sure, mandatory, okay? The WBC received the medical report from Dillian Whyte. Now, come on, y'all. The WBC received a medical report. Now, I know you guys don't trust anything, and I'm sorry. All right, I'm not responsible for that. I wish you guys trusted something. Hold on real quick. How do you predict the fight if it happens, and where do you think the bag is at? I think Gervonta beats him. Probably stops him. Kind of like how Leonard did Tommy Hearns. Gervonta to me is a complete badass. I'm at that point now. All right. I think Devin the Dream Haney right now, I think he has crazy skills. I think he may be the most complete fighter, but Devin Haney, to me, just hasn't had the experience. And as soon as he did against Linares, he got wobbled. Okay. So I just think Devin Haney, he may not even be quite ready. Well, he's ready for Tank Davis. They're all ready for each other. You know, Teofimo Lopez fought Lomachenko. They're all ready for each other. But what I'm saying is, I don't know. I'll put my money on Gervonta. I just think and he's doing shit like fighting at 140 and stuff. I mean, I see him as a complete badass dude. I really do. I see him as like, as of right now, you know, but Devin Haney, if he's working and he fights some guys, you know what I mean, some tougher guys, Nakatani or whatever, and start getting that experience. It's like Caleb Plant. He started getting that experience in, you know, learning how to put people away too. What Shakur Stevenson did to Jamel Herring jumped him ahead of Devin Haney. Because Devin Haney, it's not Devin Haney's fault. He's just not getting the fights. So look, which can all be by design. But Dillian Whyte sent the WBC his medical reports. The WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, I got the text. All right. He received it. He was like, it's all good. So because of that, now they're making Dillian Whyte the mandatory for Tyson Fury. All right. The fact that he just didn't pull out just to pull out, they proved it. So he's making the mandatory. They're making the mandatory with Tyson Gypsy King Fury. All right. So that fight is going to happen. All right. Let's keep moving on. 2, Amanda Serrano against Katie Taylor. Tyson Bell. I got some updates on that. That fight is going to more than likely be in April and not on the undercard for Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul. Jake Paul is getting Amanda Serrano a different fight to fill in because she's going to be on the undercard for sure. They're just going to find an opponent. As of right now, Jake Paul is speaking with Eddie Hearn to get that big major fight between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, and they're going to make it happen no matter what. They're talking about making that the biggest female fight of all time, okay? Which is going to be, all right? So they trying to find a venue and stuff like that for next April. Hit Tyson Bell. That's when that fight's going to be, April. It looks like April. Another thing, Tommy Fury, we're moving along. Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul is a big fight in the UK. It's bigger in UK than it is the States. Where's my UK show business partners at? Where's my UK show business partners at? And if you haven't hit the like for me. Hit the like. Your fingers over here be like, there's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like. HLD says already signed. I didn't hear any that as of this morning. As of this morning, they looking like April. I'm right here. So is Fury versus Jake Paul bigger in the UK? According to Eddie Hearn, nobody knows Tommy Fury in the US. And everyone knows him in the UK. It looks like that fight would be major in the UK. That's what I'm hearing. Right from London. Much love to you. That's what I'm hearing. You heard personally, HLD? Okay. I don't know. I'm not going to start reporting that because HLD. Tyson will be in Tommy's corner for that fight. UK in the house. Yeah, it is. Okay. Now, what they're saying is there's no way Jake Paul should be able to beat Tommy Fury. Did you hear when Eddie Hearn said, forget his name, changing his name from Fury to Fumbles? If Tommy Fury loses to Jake Paul, he should go on an island somewhere and never come back. Did you hear that? Did you hear when Eddie Hearn said that? Now, here's my problem with Eddie Hearn. Biz Valdez wants no smoke from Stevenson. No, not of right now. Not right now. He wants Navarrete. He doesn't want Stevenson right now. That's because his last fight, he struggled, right? Big time. And on top of that, he wasn't even clean. Okay, so fight a clean fight and win. All right. As of right now, no, he doesn't. He doesn't want Stevenson. So look. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Here's the thing about Eddie Hearn that messed with me. Eddie Hearn says something like he needs this whole Jake Paul thing to be over. He said something like he would never do a fight, Logan Paul versus Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. He thinks all of this needs to stop, which is strange to me because from my perspective, Eddie Hearn started this shit. Hit the Tyson bell. Huh? No. It's my perspective. Is it yours? I would think Eddie Hearn would be applauding all of this. From my perspective, Eddie Hearn started this. Right? Wasn't KSI versus Logan Paul the main event and Devin the Dream Haney was the undercard? It was him. He made it. Yeah, it was him that put a YouTube match over all of the boxers. Devin the Dream Haney included. I think that was the fight that Devin Haney actually hurt his shoulder or something like that. So it's funny to me that he's like, this is bad for the sport and he think everything needs to stop when you proved that it works. Floyd started it. Cap started what? Floyd. How did Floyd start it? I know this guy, Canelo Alvarez, this fake Canelo Alvarez is really a troll. Like the worst. Every comment he makes is to get highlighted, but he, you know, kind of suck a little bit. Here's what I'm talking about. Conor McGregor versus Floyd. Roy Jones wanted to fight Anderson Silva. There was an interest in that. That was a one-off. No, Eddie Hearn started the YouTube, having YouTube over boxing. Eddie Hearn started it. Okay. So look. I think I'm going to move right along. Oh, I'll move right on for this here. This one thing. Now we're gonna go back to Gervonta Tank Davis. But unless you guys want to talk about Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor a little bit more, stuff like that. Let's move up. Let me see. What you have to say? What up, ShowBizz? Great weekend of fights on your live stream. That's what we're about to talk about. #1 boxing channel. Thank you so much. Hit the Tyson bell. And that's the black to your butt. This weekend of fights, a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about that. Zepeda versus who next? Taylor? Zepeda versus who next? That is a huge thought, okay? Zepeda versus who next? That's what Vargas gets, though, from all the shit talk, all right? And Boots versus who next? Boots, I think Butiev, I think Boots should fight Butiev, okay? There'll be a lot of boot going on. A lot of boot. Boots versus Butiev. So much boot and booty. I just hated saying boop, boop, boop. And, you know, it was getting the best of me. Curious George in the building. Much love to you, Biz. My man, hit the Tyson bell. Curious Horang. So, look, I think that should be the case. Outside of that, though, Boots looks like the best. He looks like the best. Next to Terrence Crawford, he looks like the best, bro. Fighter at welterweight, because he didn't just walk in and knock him out. He didn't walk in and knock out Delorme, though he just went and knocked out Delorme. He did it with a level of skill that made him look like Roy Jones Jr. Bro, he looked like Roy. You remember when Roy first got on the scene and how he was knocking people out? They were like, dog, this is the next Sugar Ray Leonard. It wasn't that he was fighting nobodies. It was how he was doing it. And Delorme, he's made people struggle. Look, I'm going to do it like this. And I think I've said it before, okay? It reminds me of Delorme. He has that Chisora thing about him. He has that Samuel Vargas thing about him. He has that Alex Stewart thing about him, okay? The type of guy who is not just like a gatekeeper kind of. He is a measuring stick of how good the fighter is. How Conor Ben beat the hell out of Vargas made you say, damn, okay? That's worse than how anybody beat Vargas. Vargas and Amir Khan was in a bloodbath. Vargas got whooped by Errol the True Spence and Danny Swift Garcia, okay? But he was always known as a rugged fighter, and you're going to have to bring everything and the kitchen sink to beat him. Conor Ben beat the hell out of him. Short work. Oh, hold on. Make sure you follow me on my Twitter. Go to Biz or Don't For Me. Join them. Shut Up Club. So we can get busy there. Don't forget this weekend's Canelo Alvarez versus Plant. We got a lot to talk about there. We'll be talking about things all week. Maybe we'll have a giveaway for you guys. So make sure you follow me on my Twitter for the giveaways. Get ShowBizz more. Hey, yeah, everybody, get the likes up if you can. Get the likes up. For money.
Hit the like, your fingers over here be like, there's nothing to hit the like, you know what you like.
Ooh, damaged goods. Yeah, you know they're damaged goods when somebody make them look like damaged goods. So Delorme never looked like that until Boots. I guess it's damaged goods. You gotta give some credit to Boots, right? It's kind of like when Terrence Bud Crawford, the way he knocked out Kell Brook. I still say that's his best win. Damaged, whatever. He's a little damaged. Yeah, he wasn't the guy that Sean Porter fought. But I tell you this, though, I ain't never seen anyone do that to Kell Brook. I got to give Terrence Crawford some love for it. Kell Brook didn't go in there and punch himself in the face, right? Kell Brook came off 2 fantastic wins at 154. He ain't come in, punch himself in the face, and knock himself out. He didn't look like that just to fight before. He was as busy as anybody else. All right? So Terrence Bud Crawford made him look bad, right? Like I said, Chisora, people like Delorme, people like Alex Stewart, they're a measuring stick. How good are when we looked at Usyk versus Anthony AJ Joshua, we used that Chisora fight. Even I was like, Usyk doesn't look like a good heavyweight. Let me see. Tio versus Tank, who wins and why? Tank gets hit too much and hasn't fought enough elite, in my opinion. I think Tio stops him. Stops him? No, he's too good to be stopped by Tio. No. I think not by Tio. I don't think he gets stopped by Tio. I think that's just a good fight, man. I don't know. That's a hard fight for me. I really don't know. Derevchenko. So look, the way Boots looked, okay, how skillful he looked. Like I said, it reminds me of Roy Jones when Roy Jones was just coming on and how he was whooping people, the fashion in which he was whooping fighters. People said this is the next Sugar Ray Leonard. When Mike Tyson first came on the scene and how he was knocking people out, though there were tomato cans, they were like, that's the next Joe Frazier. Okay. I remember the commentary. I remember Mike Tyson and them saying that's the next Joe Frazier. And my mom being like, yeah. I remember when Roy Jones came on the scene and they said this looks like the next Sugar Ray Leonard. I remember that. And Boots Ennis, the way he beat Delorme and how he looked doing it, that's the next fantastic fighter. All right. We'll see what's up. And I don't know how many people want the smoke. Now, a lot of people DM'd me after the fight. I had some comments too. ShowBizz the adult. Y'all talking up Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis didn't call out Virgil Ortiz. How you guys feel about that? The man said Shakur versus Boots Ennis. How you guys feel about that? Somebody said y'all talking up Boots. I didn't hear him call out Virgil Ortiz. He called out Errol Spence. But he didn't call out Virgil Ortiz, so he's ducking that smoke. That's what you said? You said that too? But my thing is, Virgil Ortiz called out Terrence Crawford. He didn't call out Boots Ennis. Why is it that why do y'all tell half-truths and lies? We've heard Boots Ennis say before he would fight Virgil Ortiz, but in the post-fight, Virgil Ortiz called out Terrence Crawford. Yeah, Ortiz ain't said either. Why do y'all say half-truths? Why are we like that? I really want to know. Why are we like that right now? Nowadays? Why aren't we just fair? ShowBizz, a better way to box and television. Much love to you. Everybody, if you haven't subscribed, and make sure you're subscribed because YouTube has unsubscribed a lot of my people. My ex-wife hit me and said, I had to subscribe to your channel again. She watches my channel every morning. She watched this show. She said I had to sub again because YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to this channel.
Subscribe. So yeah, I don't know what that's about. But Boots Ennis looked fantastic. I would love to see him against Ortiz. That's not how boxing is made up. We're probably going to see Boots Ennis against Butiev. We're going to see Errol the True Spence against who? And then Ugas, he has that mandatory, that WBA mandatory. He has to do that. And then you're going to see Errol Spence versus Ugas. Then Terrence Crawford already fighting Sean Porter. Terrence Crawford, if he gets past Sean Porter, whatever, whoever wins that fight got to wait. Us fans, we got to wait. Boxing is not about Errol Spence fight Boots. Boots fight Virgil Ortiz. Errol Spence fights the winner between Terrence Crawford and Showtime Sean Porter. Ugas right now fights Errol the True Spence. Boxing isn't made like that. Gervonta Tank Davis got a date coming up December 5th. Devin Haney has a date coming up December 4th. And the fights fall through, so they fight each other. It doesn't work like that. Let me tell you when it works. It only works like that when, oh, man, yes! Victory House defeated you, my man. A new member, baby. It only works like that when you have Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao in the mix and he takes on Ugas. That's only, and he's 40-something years old. But it doesn't work that way with prime fighters. Boxing just doesn't work that way. People are wide open available. It just doesn't work like that. Right? Look, let me tell you the reason why I looked at Eddie Hearn and what he said when he said this. Let me play it for you guys again, for all you everybody who just entered the chat.
Situation, but I spoke to Devin Haney and I said, "Are you happy for me to put your name in the mix?" And he said, "Yeah," because at the moment, No Go Diaz has not signed his contract after being offered more to fight Devin Haney than he was getting to fight Ryan Garcia. So we'll have to see what happens.
The only reason why I give Eddie Hearn validity on saying, okay, we're going to throw Devin Haney's name in the mix against Gervonta Tank Davis is two reasons, okay? One, not the best reason, but one of the reasons is Boo Boo Andre. I saw Eddie Hearn shop around Boo Boo Andre like his life depended on it. He was trying to get Boo Boo. He didn't give a damn who it was against. Canelo, Charlo, it didn't matter. He couldn't get that. He couldn't get Boo Boo Andre no one to accept a Boo Boo Andre fight. I saw him do it. Eddie Hearn was shopping him around like his life depended on it. All right. The second reason, the most important reason, is Anthony A.J. Joshua. I saw him grab his money bag. Anthony Joshua, a young gold medalist money bag. I saw him grab that guy and throw him against everything. I saw him throw AJ up against everything and still doing it. A new member, baby. Thank you so much, Tony. And still doing it. Now, when AJ, the way AJ move, everybody love it. When he loses, you know how fickle the fans are. We shoot ourselves in the foot. We don't applaud him taking on everybody. When he lose, then we shit on him. All right. And discouraging fights like Tank Davis versus Haney, because neither one of them wants to lose. They don't want to get shitted on and be exposed. Because think about it. No matter what I say in this community, no matter what I say, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Devin the Dream Haney. How many of you guys want that fight? If they said that fight was December 5th, just say me. How many of you guys will want that fight? Just say me. Just say me. Just say me. Let me get my black two sugars. Devin the Dream Haney. If they announced it, how many of you guys would be excited about that? Yep, me. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. That's in this community. But whoever loses that fight, watch their Twitter. If they were to fight each other, whoever loses, watch their Twitter. And I'm going to say this until the day is long. The biggest example is Clarissa Shields losing the MMA. And people coming at me, not just Clarissa, coming at me. You said Clarissa was a great boxer. What happened? She lost in MMA. You said she can box. ShowBizz. Ha!
That's what you get. That didn't age well, did it? That's how crazy the fans are. That's how much of a backstabbing fans will backstab you, burn you up, and say, we want you to fight everybody. No, we're not. Look, you want them to fight everybody. Stop rubbing your hands waiting to shit on them. Yeah. Fight him so I can just shit on you. Who are you fighting for then? I'm putting my life on the line, fighting for people who are just being held back by a leash, waiting for that somebody to unhook that leash so they can jump all over me if I lose. The reason why, everybody, please hit the like button. We got over 700 people in here. Be the pilot and fly. Thank you so much. Hit the Tyson bell. The reason why boxing doesn't work that way today, the reason why Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney, they both available for December 5th, but won't fight each other because they are afraid to lose. They're brand done. It is a shame. If you look at it, it is a shame that Jake Paul is showing more courage than these fighters today. Yeah, I said it. My brother, testify. Ha, I got you. Huh. I got you. Yeah, I said it. Jake Paul fighting Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury messed around and knock him out. Jake Paul would get toe tagged and hoe ragged. Yeah, I said it. The first time you fought a boxer, that's what you get. But he's out there. He's out there. Tank Davis. Not true? What do you mean? What do you mean? Bryant? Relax, man. For real. With facts. Thank you. What do you mean? Everybody, hit the like button for a brother for the one time.
Hit the like. Your fingers over here be like. There's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like.
Yeah, it's been happening to Floyd for years. It's been happening to Floyd for years. Floyd right now get attacked for Canelo's success. When Floyd, after he beat Canelo, Floyd said he's the next superstar. Let me tell you something about Floyd. Let me run something about Floyd. Is Floyd a jerk? He's an asshole. We know that. But Floyd always showed it. This is going to have y'all say, but who's a bigger critic of Floyd than me? I criticize, though he's one of my favorite fighters ever. I criticize him. So don't look at this as no fanboy stuff. All right. Many people think that I hate Floyd with every black fighter ever. All right. But let me break down something about Floyd. Floyd, at the end of the day, he always had class. Hey, at the end of the day, he always had class, bro. At the beginning of the day, asshole. At the end of the day, he always has class. After Logan Paul fight, he was smiling at Logan Paul. After Manny Pacquiao fight, he was hugging Manny. After he beat Canelo Alvarez, he said, I beat him, but he's the next one. He's the next superstar. Think about Floyd. Floyd couldn't out James. You feel me? You're not lying. Floyd couldn't out jerk Conor McGregor because though Floyd is a jerk, he ain't a jerk. Conor McGregor was out. I almost said something a big Paul. But Conor McGregor was out asshole. He was more of an asshole than him. For real, for real. Everybody was applauding Conor for out talking Floyd. That's because Floyd ain't really like that. Think about Floyd. When Floyd got headbutted by Ortiz or Maidana or got his hand bit, he was kind of like, damn. When he beat Maidana barely the first fight, he ran it right back. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, okay? So people get on Floyd now for Canelo's success. And that's the black two sugars when Floyd said it. He said he was going to be the man. People say Floyd a duck. Check the resume. He's not a duck. He may have ducked 1 to 2 people, if you want to be real. He's not a duck. He got one of the best resumes of all time. Pacquiao's better. No, he's not better. Floyd's better. Pacquiao's greater. Pacquiao had a greater career. Floyd's a better fighter, though. But Pacquiao had a greater career. 100%. So look. Back to Gervonta Tank Davis versus Devin the Dream Haney, because that's pretty much the point of this podcast today. They're not going to fight. They won't fight. It makes all the sense in the world for them to fight. They're both available. They're not going to fight. They're not going to fight. But they're in a pickle. ShowBizz, beyond a boxing show. Yeah. You 100 on Floyd. Oh, yeah. I watch these fighters very closely. They're not going to fight. It makes all the sense in the world to fight, though. All the sense in the world. Tank Davis can't come up with a fighter. Regis Prograis, probably. But he can't come up with much of a fighter to fill that pay-per-view. To make that pay-per-view a real pay-per-view. Everybody hit the like button. We got 800 people up in here. Hit the Tyson bell. No one's going to buy that pay-per-view unless there's somebody worthy. We barely accepted the Rolly Romero fight. All because Rolly Romero sold that. Because he's such a ridiculous human being. Okay? Because he's such a ridiculous human being. Rolly Romero sold that fight. All right. We knew that Gervonta Tank Davis was going to knock Rolly Romero's head into the 5th row. I wanted to watch that fight just to see the bloodletting, just to see the bloodshed. My predatory instincts made me want to watch that fight. I just want to see how bad, because his technique stinks. So I just wanted to see how bad was Tank going to beat the hell out of him. How bad it was going to look. I was sure that knockout was going to look wild, because he punched so wild. When you get hit like that, you go. I just want to see how bad it was going to be after all this shit talk. That's it. But other than that, who can make December 5th a pay-per-view fight? Devin Haney is available December 4th. And Devin Haney told Eddie Hearn, throw my name in the mix. Now, I'm going to have this little quick poll right here in the war room, and I'm going to ask you guys, all you need to do is say duck or cap. Duck representing Tank and cap representing Haney. Do you all think that if this situation with Devin Haney supposedly calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, do you think Tank Davis going to duck, or do you think Devin Haney is capping anyway? Because if Gervonta pulls how he responded to Ryan Garcia, to Devin the Dream Haney, say, yeah, I'll fight you, and you hear crickets from there, do you think you're going to hear crickets from their end? Do you think it's cap or duck? Cap, straight cap, capping, duck, both. Probably got that right. Let me see. So is the Rolly Tank fight officially canceled? Yeah. They just ain't announced it, but it's done. It's done. It's just, nobody wants their multi-billion-dollar network to represent what's going on with the legal thing, if it's real or not. Cap, duck, cap, duck. Ducks wearing caps. See, that's a problem. So y'all neither or both. So y'all really saying, let me tell you what y'all saying. What y'all saying is this. It's just more social media buzz. It's empty. Because if it's that way, we can we can never bring it up again. Let's keep it real. In this community, let me tell you something. 2 ducks, 1 sugar. Let me tell you something. My man said, I can't even tell, bro. Because let me tell you something about this community. We somehow got over 100,000 subscribers. We are a big platform without talking BS. We talk boxing, cover all the sport. We cover the little fights, the bigger fights. We talk it seriously with integrity, and we got to keep that no matter how big we got, because we got this successful without standing on the backs of anybody to get there. Hit a Tyson bell for this community. All right? So I want to say this. If it's just some social media Twitter hype, we don't have to talk about it ever again. For real, because there's no need. There's no need to hype up nothingness. I'm serious. If me talking about this can promote a potential fight, then I'm promoting it. I'm pushing it in front of everybody. I'm pushing it. But if this means nothing and it doesn't have anything behind it at all, we can never talk about it again. And that's the Black Two Sugars. That's the Black Two Sugars. Talk your ish biz. For real. I understand views. I could come up with a great thumbnail, Tank versus Haney. Let's make it happen. They're talking every little bit. I can do all that, get a bunch of views up. But we don't want those views if it ain't real. If this fight ain't something that's going to happen, we don't have to talk about it ever again. And that's the Black Two Sugars, bro. For real. So I want to ask you guys in this community, are we done or are we finished? Because we can start now. We could talk about Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor right now. It looks like that fight will more than likely happen. Victory has to feel, oh, yes, I wonder, why would you shoot him out before throwing him from the plot? I love Ben Davison like a play cousin, but no game plan. He can give Haney will work against Tank. That's just tough, bro, because he's going to be really cautious. That's the reason why I think. Let me tell you. Done. You think it's done? It might happen. See, all right. So let's put it on a shelf. Y'all want to put it on a shelf? Let's table it, because y'all are kind of in between, and I feel you. Y'all finished or are y'all done? Yeah. I feel a lot of y'all done. Some finished. A lot of mugs. It might happen. See, so all right, let's table it. Let's table it and wait for something else then. All right, but let's break down real quick the reason why I think Tank Davis would beat Devin the Dream Haney, which I know Devin Haney is a mean man. Okay, Devin Haney, he looks like a nice guy, but he's really a mean guy. When I spoke to him, I'm like, this guy got a chip on his shoulder like nobody's business. All right, and I love him like a play cousin. All right, I really like his father. Okay, and I know, I'm sorry, Bill. Okay, but this is why I think Tank Davis would beat Devin the Dream Haney. All right, the reason why I brought up experience. And this is what experience does, okay? It's kind of like what we saw out of Boots against Delorme. Boots is showing this. Remember when Boots, real quick, I would like to see Boots versus Conor Ben while you're playing around. But we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about a different video or whatever. But here's the thing. Remember when Boots went to finish Delorme and he got caught with the right hand? And I said, good right hand. Then I said, oh, right? When Boots dropped him. Remember when he finished him? He was willing to take those flush shots to finish him and to win in spectacular fashion. That takes a certain killer instinct and or experience to say, now it's time to kill. This is why Terrence Bud Crawford, to me, is the best fighter in the world. Skill-wise and everything, he's the best fighter in the world. Because Terrence know, I'll box you, wear you down. But I am here to not leave it up to the judges. I'm here to finish you. Okay? I'm here to beat you up and get you out of there. That's why I love Errol the True Spence. Errol the True Spence ain't here to just box him. He's here to beat you up. And he at the end of the day, you know I beat you up. I beat your ass. Now, whatever the judges say, you got beat up, bro. Okay? So that's the thing with Devin the Dream Haney. I think he needs more experience being in a war to know I got the chin. Linares caught that chin. He tested that chin. But he needs the experience to get that chin tested. To finish. Because he's going to have to be a dog, not a boxer. He can't play boxing. He can't out-slick and out-point Tank. He's going to have to dog Tank. See, certain fighters, the great ones, you're in a war. The great ones, you got to outdog them. Frazier Ali, that wasn't a boxing match. It was a fight. A very highly skilled fight. War. The great ones, Plant can't box Canelo come Saturday. Plant can't win the game of boxing. He's going to have to fight Canelo. He's going to have to go to war and beat him, even if it's skillfully. I haven't seen Devin Haney, what Devin Haney would have to do to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. When Brian Norman Jr. spoke to us, and Brian Norman Jr. said it was a dog fight, I had to outdog him. And he said the guy is slick, and I learned stuff from him. But at the end of the day, I had a dog with him for 30 rounds. 30 rounds. What the hell? What the hell he thinks this is? Who he think he is? Willard? Willard versus Dempsey? They fought for 30 rounds, and the last round had no time limit. They just fought until they stopped. I haven't seen that out of Devin yet. So if they were to fight each other, who I'm putting my money on is Gervonta Tank Davis. Which may be surprised now, you guys. Because not that long ago, you can check the archives. Just a year ago, I wasn't that impressed. Maybe almost 2 years ago, I wasn't that impressed by Tank. I thought he could punch hard. I thought he was a bull. I thought he had some stuff. It wasn't until the Gamboa fight where I was like, he got some wrinkles. Even though he showed lack of stamina, I saw some stuff at the beginning like, damn. That Mario Barrios fight had me like, this guy's sensational. ShowBizz, why is YouTube going to unsubscribe points to you? I have no idea. Somebody got to, I don't know. I have to contact YouTube or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. Real talk. It is. So you said Plant has dog. Yeah, he has to dog Canelo. I'm not saying dog Canelo slug. Let me tell you what I mean by dog. Do you guys know what I mean? I'm not saying he has to be, I'm not saying Caleb Plant got a damn Mickey Ward Gotti. No, y'all have to understand. Within his skill set, this is what I mean. What Floyd Mayweather did to one of my favorite fighters ever, Sugar Shane Mosley, just look at that fight. Look at that. He dogged him. What he did with Gotti, he dogged him. But he did it in a skillful way. After Sugar Shane Mosley hurt Floyd twice, Floyd was leaning forward in that corner. I never forget. He's the one that got rocked twice. I never forget this. I remember this because I was rooting for Sugar Shane Mosley because I always liked him more. I always thought that there was anybody to beat Floyd, it'd be Sugar. The problem is Sugar didn't know. Hold on. Biz, not saying anyone at 47 could bully Arrow or be as technical as Bud. But goodness, that boy Boots is coming on strong. Bless my brother. Yeah, you ain't lying. So look, and blessings to you. Yo, I never forget because I said, uh-oh. It's kind of like when Bruce Banner is hurt and then he looks up like, and his eyes are green. And it's like, uh-oh. Bro, Sugar Shane hurt him twice. And in Sugar's corner, Sugar was leaning back. And Nazim, we love you, boy. Was working on him and talking to him. This is my last statement. I got to go. He was working on him and talking to him. And Sugar was leaning back. Floyd in his corner was leaning forward, looking across at Sugar. He's the one that got rocked twice in a way that he's never been rocked, in a way nobody ever seen. He was leaning forward, staring at Sugar. Still fighting him in between rounds. He was leaning forward. Let me look at him. Roger Mayweather. You remember how Roger moved his head? We love you! How he moved his head to the side. You got this, motherfucker. You got this, motherfucker. All you need to do is pot shot. Right? Floyd ain't even listening. He's over here. That dude came out and dogged him. Dogged him. For the rest. Pow! Bam! That's what I mean by Plant dogging Canelo. He has to fight him and dog him within his skill set. Pushing back, use that side, bam! Move to the side, bam, uppercut, boom, dogging the way Floyd did Gotti within his skill set. I ain't saying come in blind and swinging. That's not what I'm saying. All right? So everybody, you guys have a good time today, man. And like I said, we'll table it for now. I'm not about talking about stuff that ain't happening. I'd rather talk about two fighters who are going to fight next. I just talk about people who are fighting, fights that's being made. Okay. Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor look like it's going to be made. I love Amanda Serrano like a play cousin. I just think Katie Taylor got her. I think she's going to beat her. Okay. So you guys have a good time. Of course, Biz. Thank you so much. ShowBizz Adult. I'll be back on tomorrow for Taco Tuesday. What else I have to say? And yeah, hit me up in the comments. Let me know how you feel. You know, DM me on Instagram. Let me know if I should table it for later or just stop talking about the damn thing. All right. I'm out. Huh. Man.